out of the box, boy.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement Debates is the first exclusive hip-hop debate format. We tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family, because today we talking hip-hop, we talking the world around it, and we talking the culture. Jay-Z. Jay-Z got a deal with the NFL to be the liaison, if you will, to the black culture because they have such a bad reputation with us. Somehow this has been turned into Jay-Z is not with us, which is the exact opposite of what he's doing, but that's the debate, that's the question. We're just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna let the connoisseur here speak to you. With that being said, let go. Unfortunately, we're back.
Nah, I'm not. Listen.
I would love to talk about the Nas review that we got coming.
Listen.
I would love to talk about the Lost Tapes too. We got a big debate coming with that.
I want to talk about Jay-Z and this whole... First of all, leave it to us to turn something that's amazing for our people and groundbreaking into a controversy. Like, leave it to us. Like, and I say us speaking as a people. Let's just get right into it. The backlash that Jay-Z is receiving for signing and sealing a deal with the NFL.
Where's my pen? Because even while we're sitting here, even as I say that, as it comes out my mouth now, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing on many different levels. First of all, the fact that I can say Jay-Z and signs deal with the NFL, guy who never played football. Again, I don't really think what's lost in this whole this whole foolery and buffoonery is that, like I said, how amazing this is, how groundbreaking this is, how much of how impactful this is to those of us who are actually paying attention to the positive that this does. You know, with the NFL in recent years, and you had issues like concussion, domestic abuse, just to name a few. You see this now where the NFL tried to do a deal with somebody of the likes of Jay-Z. Jay-Z's prided his career about the struggles he went through. The Jay-Z, we all know for the culture, one of the best rappers, hit song makers, album makers of this generation, and probably beyond, maybe the best to ever do it as far as hip-hop is concerned. Yeah, this Jay-Z. Let's get into Jay-Z after music, after the rap. The Jay-Z that brought the Nets to Brooklyn, that was in New Jersey. Like, he brought the Nets to Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Nets is a prominent franchise right now. 40-40 clubs all over the world, Jay-Z. Jay-Z that 21 Savage was about to be deported. Jay-Z's not from Glenwood or East Atlanta. I mean, he has no... 21 Savage not signed to Rock Nation. The Jay-Z that stood beside Meek Mill, you know, as you know, he screamed about prison reform and not only screaming about it, putting their money, $5 million up, putting their money where their mouth was. Tell me something. What was the result of those things that Jay-Z did?
All effectively resolved.
Oh, okay. Where's Meek Mill now?
They just formed a label together.
Oh, that's the guy.
Still continuing to put their money where their mouth.
I'll tell you what. Where's 21 Savage?
Still currently in the country, resolved of any court case or wrongdoing or deportation.
Okay.
Handled.
The next question is,
the first
where was the backlash?
Billionaire. The first hip hop billionaire we're talking about here. So without wasting anybody's time, like I was saying, to speak Jay-Z's name in anything short of the Nobel Peace Prize at this point, to me, sounds criminal.
Number one,
I'm not gonna hold you and I'm not trying to hold him on a pedestal where he's the next thing to Christ, but I mean, if actions, like we came up saying, like, show and prove, like, you have to put actions behind your words. We knew for a while now Jay-Z was the best rapper, and he would probably go down in history as the one that made the most money. That's one thing. But now in social change and injustices, in trying to mentor the next kid or the next up and coming rapper that's from whatever struggle that he's from, different background or whatever the case, like, this guy has been nothing short of just what his raps were. Amazing. Like, it's been amazing to watch this from Jay-Z. From Jay-Z, in the 90s, they accused him of being glorifying the drug dealing life, and over talking about Versace and Cristal and jewelry. Like, this is the things that you heard about Jay prior, in his rap career. Even though, like, you talking about a man that comes from the projects that was overcome the pitfalls of the streets and turning into an entrepreneur situation and owning his own record label. Even though that, but yeah, these are the bad things and the negative things you would hear about Jay-Z. So now, fast forward, we have a guy the NFL. Now, like I said, he already been dabbing the NBA, did what he did, kept it moving, sold his stakes and shares of the Brooklyn Nets, and kept it moving to the next business ventures, which led him to being the first hip hop billionaire. But now the NFL turns to Mr. Carter. Now the NFL turns to Jay-Z and say, you know what? On fashion, on music, on just what direction. And I have to do a little more on what entails in the deal myself, because I'm hearing that he has
allow me to jump in here,
ownership with an NFL team at this point. But just in the NFL consulting with the likes of Jay-Z at that.
Let me jump in.
Let me just finish my thought.
Go ahead.
One, it brings us to the table. When I say us, hip hop, black people, our generation, like all of the above, it brings us to the table when certain decisions are being made about the NFL and policy,
where we've been left out,
where we holler discrimination and all of this kind of stuff.
Even though the NFL is 70% black,
you have a Jay-Z now at the table. But like I said, just from the inspirational point of it, showing you that no matter what you've had to overcome, it can be, and when you get to a certain level, this is how you change from the inside out. This is how you change, make change for the people once you gain the money and the power. This is how you create and make change in social injustices or discrimination or whatever your cause is or whatever your plight is. Like, this is how it's done. And like I said, man, for the backlash to be, he's going against Kaepernick, or he's somehow he's selling us out, or all this kind of mumbo jumbo I'm hearing, it's just absurd at this point. It's just absurd, and I usually don't entertain it, but since we have the platform, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You would have to show me how the NFL paying him to consult what changes need to be done, how that's a negative in our culture, in our community, how that is not somehow good or not spinning us in the right direction. Somebody would have to explain that to me. I'll let Bruce let you know what bothers him about this whole controversy or whatever the case may be. But that's just my thoughts on it. I choose to, focus in on all the positive that Jay-Z has done over this last 2 years, 3 years. But over a span of his career, he's done nothing but show and prove. He's proven to be the best. And now at this status that he's in now, a consultant with the NFL, and the NFL is going to pay Jay-Z. My man, salute. I give it up. We give it up over here. He's the best, man. I don't even know what category to put him in at this point, but he's the best. Like, I don't know.
Listen, man. The people who have a problem with this, I'm speaking directly to you. The problem is ignorance, and people think ignorance is an insult. It's not. It's simply a word that has a meaning. It means that you just don't know something.
You're not in the know.
You're ignorant of something. If you really believe that standing up outside the NFL building and throwing rocks is going to do more change than being inside the NFL building at the table, you're ignorant. You're just ignorant to that fact. And that's not, it's not a big deal. Now you're here to learn. I'm happy to teach you. Number one, the first major black-owned management company, athletic management company, is Rock Nation. Okay? So that's why he was invited there. Kaepernick is not under Rock Nation, but he has a lot of other black athletes that have been treated wrong for years by the NFL because they've never had a seat at the table. Even the union that they're owned by, even the union that they propped up, is not going to be able to do as much for the black relationship and NFL as Jay-Z is now going to be able to do with his black management company and his black athletes who he manages and gets them paid as well. This is what Kaepernick was fighting for. He doesn't have to prop up Kaepernick so that you see it on the top of a birthday cake for it to be meaningful. You're more worried about the aesthetic than the actual interest at hand. Kaepernick holding hands with Jay-Z singing Kumbaya means nothing. Jay-Z sitting at the table controlling the direction of the black relationship with NFL is what he was fighting for. Which is why he hasn't said anything about it. You have. Because you're steady trying to find something wrong. Now that that's done, back in the day when Jay-Z was drinking Cristal on the boat, everybody hated him then. They hated him then.
He was wrong then.
Meanwhile, Pac drinking Hennessy in Old English was a revolutionary.
With his bandana
and Thug Life tattoo.
Spitting at cameras.
Everybody who has a problem with Jay-Z not including Kaepernick in something that has absolutely nothing to do with Kaepernick.
Or Jay-Z. Let's be honest.
I mean, what are you going to do? He's at a table about his business. His business is being used as a liaison to help the NFL better treat and reach black people. If that's not what Kaepernick was fighting for, then what was it in the NFL?
It wasn't just to take a knee, folks.
Not to mention, Kaepernick's not in the NFL.
And he was cut a check. There was a settlement involved, so it's...
Jay-Z can't help that anymore.
That's exhausted already.
What he's trying to do is make it better for the next Kaepernick. And if you can't see that, you're blinding yourself.
Well said. You took the words out of my mouth. Not to interject.
You got it, bro. Let's get back to this real quick. I got 2 more minutes left.
Well said. What in layman's terms, a Jay-Z at the table ensures that a Kaepernick won't happen again. It's just that simple. If you can't see that, then
let me tell you what it is.
You gotta open your eyes and wake up. We gotta wake up. I don't know why when somebody like Jay-Z.
Hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. Go ahead. I got 2 minutes. There's another part of this. If it's not ignorance, if you just didn't know, and I'm just showing you now what this deal really is, and why Kaepernick cannot be helped by this deal, so propping him up would only be a prop. That's all it would be if he even called him, because it's not about that anymore. It's about the next one. If you're ignorant to that, now you know. The other side of this is people who just want to hate for hate's sake. The same people who say that Jay-Z is a whole bitch out here, the same people who say that Jay-Z sold us out, are the same people that's going to tell me that Tupac was a revolutionary. And he's done nothing but rap and act on TV. He got shot. He got his people shot. He tattooed Thug Life on his joint, on his stomach, and he held concerts at the park for kids. That's outstanding.
He helped fuel,
he helped fuel a gang war.
And a coast war.
A coastal war and a gang war. And died because of that gang war, and he wasn't even a part of the other gang. But somehow in their mind, you told yourself that he's the revolutionary and the person who's bringing money to his community, saving people from getting deported, changing the laws about people getting arrested, and then going to the NFL, one of the most racist companies, and turning them into somebody who starts to care about black people is the sellout. You're fooling yourself.
That's why we're so confused.
I'm done. That's all I had to say, and I said it. We got a bunch of shout-outs, people, but I'm not even going to shout them out today. Our next show is a Nas review. The Nas Lost Tapes review. Please listen to what I said, people. Think about it. Think about it. There's no real reason why you think this about Jay-Z. Just like there's no real reason why you think Pac is good.
Right.
It's just a feeling you get because you like this guy or you don't. Jay-Z got too big for you, so you don't like him anymore.
Right.
But just think about it. Think about what I said. Think about the actual things he's done. And I'm sure you'll see the light, people. Anyway.
Yeah, we still in debate, but this issues like this, we have to come together because it doesn't make any sense. And it's that important of an issue to tackle and just tell you our thoughts and our feelings about. It's the basement, people.
It's the basement. We got shout outs coming next time. The next show you see will be the Nas review, Lost Tapes 2. And we're going to be debating, is it great? Is it classic? Is it trash? I don't know. But we will have a debate for y'all, and it will be fun, and we will have all the shout-outs. Please leave those comments. I don't care if it takes an hour. We're going to shout you out. With that being said,
we out.
Peace.